Yep.
Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer. Given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
Founders Live.
All right. Welcome to Founders Live Primetime. What's up, Luis? How are you? We are getting started. We've had a little bit of technical difficulties here. We're getting started. Thank you, Internet. Thank you, Web and the technology gods. Luis, welcome. How are you?
I am doing great. I am so happy to be here. I'm here. Speaking of technical difficulties, I have like double streams going on in the background. We've got all kinds of people coming in from all around the world. It is a lot going on, but it is because there is a big event today. It is the Africa-Europe regional competition. So thanks to everyone for watching, and we are getting ready to do this show, and we are just so psyched to be here and having this competition.
We're making it happen. I'm Nick Hughes. I'm the CEO and founder of Founders Live. This is Luis Antezana. We're here, and hey, we want to know where you're joining from. Where are you watching? Feel free to shout it out in the comments, and hey, wish all the best for all the teams. We're asking who's excited. So feel free to share with us, use those comments, hang out, have fun. We're here for you. So as we are getting started here, we have a great show, and we have some special guests that are going to join us, some Founders Live city leaders that are going to share with us their thoughts, their excitement of, man, what they've been doing in their city as a part of the, one from Africa and one from the Europe region. So we're really excited about that. But, as we get going, Luis, I'm going to load up our some slides here. We're going to walk through some stuff, but, share with us maybe a bit of summary. This is Primetime 2022. We're in the middle of our week. Share with us a little bit of some, a highlight. So what's popped out to you this week that you've been really excited about?
Well, what's there not to be excited about? We've had academy sessions. We've had primetime 2022 talk sessions. We've had amazing guests. We've seen all kinds of conversation that even happens almost spontaneously. Like yesterday, we had a talks session that blended into the next hour's session, and both presenters stayed on and complimented each other. So we had an even better discussion than we expected. We've already determined the champion of the Latin America region on Monday. Today is Africa, Europe. Tomorrow will be North America. Friday will be challengers. And then Saturday, we have our global finals where we'll determine the grand champion of the entire world for 2022 and the winner of $10,000 US. That is super exciting. Today, let's just explain a little bit about Africa and Europe region. We combined the regions. As we've been coming back from to live events, we're used to having a lot of events around the world through all the different cities. Africa and Europe had enough city winners so that we could basically get 5 good solid cities, 5 solid presenters into one good region. And this is how it's worked out. And we're glad to have them all here. You're going to love the pitches that are coming today. And it's going to be a tough choice for voting, but we're going to come up with one person to represent the Africa-Europe region in the finals on Saturday. So get ready to vote and get ready for some great pitches.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for that review. We're excited. And just to run through some information, Founders Live might be new to you. You might not be aware of everything that we're doing, but this is the ultimate experience. And this time, a virtual pitch competition. Founders Live is absolutely about inspiration. It's about education, and it's about entertainment. So we have a growing global network of entrepreneurs and founders around the world. Then we have these amazing local events that are so fun. And pretty much every week there's a Founders Live event happening literally in a building somewhere in a room around the world. And it's really, really exciting. As we build out this entrepreneurial, ecosystem and homepage, really a foundation for entrepreneurial activities, connections, there's a lot of education videos, chats, talks. I mean, today we have 2 different talks that we will lead you to after the event. There's some great talks that, you can jump in the bubble, which is a part of the Founders Live Primetime Week. Some really cool talks around keeping your team healthy. And also, are you ready for an accelerator or VC funding? Those are happening just later today or tonight for you. And this is what Founders Live is about. And then we have these events, right? So, 5 companies, each one today is going to have 99 seconds to pitch, 4 minutes of questions. Hey, you're all going to get a chance to vote at the end. And there will be one winner that advances to our final going on this year. We aim and we are building out this industry-defining brand of entrepreneurship around the world. It's happening. I started Founders Live approximately 8.5 years ago in Seattle. And we are just still expanding and continually expanding around the world. Just a growing number of cities and events globally. And we reach approximately now 100 cities roughly in 35 countries. You can see those numbers there and all those dots around the world. That's, we are excited to have the activity in those regions. So you'll see that these are really just the breakdown of the region. So, and especially for prime time, we have broken down into these regions. Today, we're actually combining the Africa and Europe together as we created another region, which I'll tell you about in a second. But we're excited that Lusaka, Zambia is one of our newest cities launching. They are actually having their first event, the launch event, in 2 days. So the 18th on Friday. All the love for y'all over there in Zambia, part of that African region. And so, hey, if you want to start Founders Live, launch it, lead a city in your country, we have a link there. It's very easy. We'll probably drop that into the chat as well. It easily leads you to a form that then you can fill out to reach out to us if you want to be a city leader, which we're going to hear from a couple of them in a second. Hey, if you want to pitch at an event, you're saying, hey, this is great. I would love to pitch at one of our live city events. Also on our website, there's a form there you can fill out. Your information gets delivered right to that leader in that local city, and we'll get you on stage. We're excited for that. A couple of things, a couple of core values that we want to review before we get going here is our 5 core values. So important to what we do. The first one is respectful authenticity. So we include everyone. We include everyone no matter what they look like, how they speak, how they identify. We're all about really building out an inclusive environment so everyone has an equal opportunity for success. So we ask you to be respectful and authentic in the way that you live your life and respect others in theirs as well, including people when you can. We're also about gathering around the campfire. So we are storytellers. Our ancestors, many years ago, gathered around campfires. They entertained, they told stories, and quite frankly, we're figuratively gathering around a campfire and actually telling stories, entertaining, and really talking about the future that we're building. And so we encourage you to gather around that campfire in your community and entertain. The third one is open the door. So really doing great things for people without expecting a return. Make that introduction. Help that founder. Help that entrepreneur. Just really adding value to the community. That's a great community that I want to be a part of. That I'm sure you want to be a part of, and we're continually growing that around the world. Business equals fun. This is a cool one. Hey, we just want to make sure that we can have fun while we also do business. And we encourage you all to do that, whether you're gathering in person or doing this online here. And the final one here is climate consciousness. And this is just a very important one as we move forward. We encourage you and we commit to operating business in a climate conscious manner, measuring and lessening our footprint where available and where we can. And we encourage you to think about that same thing of just being conscious of how you are living your life and operating your business in result of the environment because it's needed. So with that, everyone, hey, we're excited to bring on, and we're gonna now bring on, as I remove these slides here and make space on the page and on the screen, we're gonna bring on 2 very important people in the Founders Live community. We've got Seven and we've got Felix. Seven from London, how are you?
I'm great, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
Awesome. Really good to see you, Seven, there joining us, representing the Europe region there in London. And then, hey, Felix, what's going on? We got Felix there from Lagos, Nigeria. How are you? Awesome. You might be on mute, so I want to make sure that you're unmuted there so we can hear you.
Yes, I'm good. I'm good. It's quite so exciting. I've been really looking forward to this for months because it's really a time for Founders Life City in Lagos to actually shine. It is really something that we're really always looking at.
This is so good. And, everyone, so this is a celebration of entrepreneurship. We have 5 different countries represented today we have 4 of the 5. So unfortunately we had a connectivity and difficulty for one of our presenters, but in this competition, we've had 5 finalists, and this is a global celebration. And so what we want to do is we're going to have a little bit of a conversation with our city leaders here, and just want to get from you a viewpoint from London, a viewpoint from Lagos, Nigeria, about what's up, what's new in your world, in the Founders Live world. I know that there's a London event coming up. So Seven, let's start with you. How are you doing? Talk to us about first of all, like, why did you jump on as a Founders Live city leader, and then what have you seen from the couple events that you've had already? Just describe the energy and the experience for Founders Live there in London.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, I mean, the first thing I would say is that it's such a privilege to be hosting here in London. London is one of the best cities in the world for entrepreneurship, and we really feel that in our events. We've only had 2 so far, our first 2 that started recently, and another one in a couple of weeks, but the tickets sell out like that. And I think the reason is because the energy in the city is incredible. People want to get involved, they want to learn, they want to grow, and the success rates are relatively pretty high. There's a lot of learning to be done as well, but a lot of us get involved to make that happen. So yeah, it's just been really, really amazing to be here and to be able to bring these founders together with a fantastic audience who also want to be getting involved.
Awesome. And you've had what, you've had two events, and your third one is coming up, and your numbers are looking good. It's like there's a lot of energy there. So what would you say, like, it's kind of building, people are now getting the word, like, tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's I think because London is such a big city for entrepreneurship, and it is when I say it's one of the best in the world, I'm not just saying that. The ecosystem here is really, really incredible. The number of startups and founders in the UK and in London especially is just so incredible. So it hasn't been difficult to get things started, but then the snowball has been crazy. So our third event sold out really quickly. I increased the tickets by a lot, disappeared. Like they just all disappeared. So the energy is really there, and the ball got rolling so fast. And what I'm excited to see is how this helps uh, um, kind of the city, the country, but then also the world as a result, right? That's what's so exciting about entrepreneurship is it's a vehicle for actually changing the world through the innovations. Right now in the UK and in Europe in general, the tech space is in a bit of a difficult place where there are actually a lot of layoffs happening and things like that. But who's going to pick up from that? It's the successful founders and the successful businesses that move through that are the ones that are going to really kind of be sticky long term. And I'm excited to see more of them coming out of London. But more than that, I'm excited to see them coming out of the Founders Live London events because I can see the energy in the room. I can feel it when I'm hosting, when I'm speaking to people, and when we're networking afterwards, and even the live stream numbers afterwards and how quickly those rise. So I know that this is an incredible place to be making that change happen.
Awesome. It's so great to hear that. And hey, I want to jump over to Felix there. We're now jumping down to, Nigeria. So Lagos, Nigeria. You've been. I don't even know the. I don't. It's what been 3 years. 3 years, I think. So you've been with us
Yes,
for a while. That
yes.
Felix, this has been great. And talk to us about, what are you excited about? And I know that just kind of coming back from the pandemic, trying to get back into in person, and you did have one earlier this year. So talk to us a little bit about that.
It was really something always we're always looking forward here. I think one striking scenario about Founders Live is the startup ecosystem. The culture is always like intense. You have a lot of things going, at fast pace. But in that, the environment that we create in Founders Live in our cities really creates that tension releasing effect for a lot of startups, a lot of tech people, where they could actually find a way to express themselves and really be able to connect and really build also network, because a whole lot of people who attend the event as the founders are really people in the space, the talent, or even possible co-founders or business. So, and we're always trying to find a way to connect these businesses each way that could find strategic partnerships. So it's really something of great value, and also something that the audience is always looking forward to, and a kind of an entertaining environment where yes, there's a competition, but there's a fun are really added to it, where people could actually compete but still have fun. It's really great.
Yeah, awesome. So great. And the both of you here, it's so we combined Africa and Europe because we actually we opened up a whole new experience this year called the Pitch Challenge, and so that was our kind of our fifth region, and so we had to combine the two, and so we chose to combine Europe and Africa, and it worked out. And so, the beauty though is, and it turns out we now do have five, founders presenting today. And so we have there's just countries represented, and that's the I don't know. It's like it's incredibly cool and it's unique that we're able to have this hyper local experience. You both have held events in your city and you're getting people together and it's fun. You can literally grab a drink together or whatever, and then we can do these things like this where we're literally combining cultures and countries and doing this, and the what that says is entrepreneurship is a human desire. It's a human. I think it's a human right in the way we should be able to create. And so it's so cool to have you both here and to celebrate that and to join with us, and lead. right? You're leaders in your city and your country. You're leaders. So that's why we brought you on. So I want to thank you all both. And then lastly, I want to give you kind of a last word on, maybe, what would you tell a founder that, you probably do this in your city, but they're thinking about pitching, like, should I do it? So Seven, let's go with you first. Summarize the value that you see for them to step up on stage and pitch.
Well, one of the best pieces of advice I have received, and I've received it a number of times from successful entrepreneurs, is just get started. You can spend ages thinking about doing something, but that isn't where the success is in entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is about doing and putting your foot forward and being the leader, which requires putting yourself out there. This is a great chance to put yourself out there and get some feedback. And even coming to events lets you expand your network, which is a lot of the similar things as well. But you can only spend so much time researching and looking at things and preparing. So that's the real value, is getting yourself in an entrepreneurial mindset by putting yourself out there. Yes, the pitching skills, speaking to people, that practice is amazing, but putting yourself out there overcomes this mental barrier that for some founders I've worked with is there if they're not used to it yet. So really put yourself forward.
Awesome. And then
So well put.
Felix. Yeah, well put. Thank you, Felix.
Yes, so
Yeah,
I think it's so much of great value. Looking at most of the startups that are pitched in this event are early stage startups, and a lot of them have not really been like veterans in the building startups. Some have some just technical capabilities, but they don't have this flair to sell. And so, and one critical thing also in our events is the feedback, not just from judges input, but from the audience, from people who are really going to use this product or prospective customers. So it's really something genuine, and it's really something that really gets to for them to take the feedback and really get to learn, and also start working out that kind of growing, because it allows them to kind of learn from the mistakes and keep moving further. And the perfect match is the 99 seconds. How do you start thinking about summarizing what all the whole things? So it's really requires a lot of startups, like, especially in our cities, to start moving forward and start thinking and taking advantage of in the next meeting. It must necessarily be the next pitch, maybe the next person to talk to a co-founder, to talk to maybe investor, or kind of opportunities, really start getting to the message. And a way that most of them who are really succeeded is kind of trying to impute stories around what the pitch and all that. So it's really of great value, and that feedback is awesome.
awesome. Well, thank you both. You both are really great examples of leadership, city leaders within Founders Live, and just keep it up. Obviously, you're not going anywhere right now. We're gonna drop you down, but we're gonna bring you back for the questions. But I just want to say thank you both for all of the work you do.
Doing a great job. Really appreciate you all being here.
Yeah, great job. So with both of you, we're gonna drop you off, and then we'll be bringing you at least one of you. So you got to be ready. It's going to be a surprise, but for the questions and all that, and especially your founder that from your city, we'll make sure that you're on there, and some handle some questions, and especially the questions. Also, if we get some questions from the audience as well, so make sure you both are preparing some questions for these presenters, and then we'll get started. So we'll see you soon here. Thank you both, and Luis, we're gonna get moving here. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm throwing some comments on the various platforms that we got, so forgive my attention here and there. But yeah, let's get ready for some pitches. Everybody, have your questions ready. You are voting. You're also asking questions of the pitching founders. So once they're done with their 99 seconds, they have 4 minutes to answer questions from the audience, and that comes from you. So put those in the chat if you're on YouTube or LinkedIn. If you're on Bubble, put that in the chat there, and we're going to be checking that and going back and forth. So we've got a few balls in the air to handle here, but that's all to make it a better experience for our presenters. So Nick, we're getting ready to get underway, huh?
Here we go. Founders Live Primetime Week is a collection of various experiences, and we have a handful of pitch competitions that ultimately go to the global finals. You'll see that we had Latin America the other day. We had a great experience there. Today is Africa, Europe. Tomorrow is North America. We then have our primetime challengers region where there was 5 people qualified to then they went through a month-long competition with their pitch. The top 5 now move on. They're going to compete and have a good time on Friday. And then all the 5 winners there are going to go into the primetime global finals. And hey, we're going to do this on Saturday for the finals. The winner will walk away with $10,000 USD. That is cash. So we're really excited about that. We want to thank our partners here, our primetime partners. So excited to have a group. Look at that group of companies. These are world-class companies, and just we're thankful and we so appreciate their support. And we want to point out 2 of them just very quickly. We have Zendesk and we have Fast CTO. And Zendesk and Fast CTO are a part of they deliberately put in for that $10,000 USD winners prize. So we want to thank you both so much, those 2 companies specifically, for combining for this winners prize. But of course, all the others are there as well. And so you all will see and get information around. They're all providing offers. There is an attendee package that is available to any Founders Live member that participates with the Primetime Week. There's some incredible goodies in there and incredible things that they're offering anyone that's a part of Founders Live attending Primetime. So check that out. We appreciate them. It is now showtime. Here we go. So, hey, look at this. I think that's just an impressive collection of, we have 5 great countries. We have Nigeria represented right there. We've got Zimbabwe up there at the top, England. We got London, England. We have South Africa represented, and we also have Spain. So you look at those, it's just an awesome collection of entrepreneurs and from these great countries and all of that. So this is our lineup. We're actually going to be shuffling a little bit based on some availability of one of our presenters, but these are the 5 companies that you're going to see come through here, and we're so excited about the 5 presenters here to go through this process. They're stepping up on stage. They're giving their 99-second pitch. So just as we shown here, 99 seconds. Yes, that's 1:39. We will be timing that. And then we all have an opportunity for questions to go through and actually, address some questions. So we want you, the audience, to be able to ask those questions. And we'll get that in a second. We will vote online. You can scan that. We will show this again, of course, when it's voting time. And there's also a link available that we'll drop in the chat, and we'll drop in so you can do that. But there is a voting mechanism. Very easy, very simple. You as the audience, engage, participate. We ask you, type in and, type in the comments, those chats. You'll see, Luis there, pitches are next, right? So this is how we're going to highlight the questions. If you have any questions there watching, please feel free to drop those in the chat, and then we will address those as we can. You'll in that chat bar, you'll see that's very simple and easy. You can just type in there. It typically is at the side of your device. Maybe you have to open it up if you're on a mobile, but we'll take those questions. So, Luis, are you ready?
I am so ready. I am so excited for this. This is awesome.
So ready. And our founders who are waiting, and they're ready. And we have our first presenter. We've got Michael here. He's getting ready. Michael, so you hear me? Get your we're going to share the slides from our end. So we'll get those set up, and we're going to bring Michael on stage. We'll get those set up from Michery Engineering. We're excited to have you, Michael. Let's bring you on stage, and then we are going to share our slides here. We'll make sure that we get your slides ready. Michael, what's up? And Luis, please greet him as we put the slides on the screen here.
Michael, how's it going? Thank you for joining us and representing your country, your region. Are you ready to present?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, we hear you just fine. You look great. I want to wish you luck. Take it easy. You know, you got this. Um, you know what? Sometimes there's technical difficulties. Don't worry about that. Just do your pitch. Since Nick is going to be advancing your slides, just say next or whatever you're comfortable with to give a signal for him to move on. And you got this, man. Have a great pitch, Nick. Let me know when you're ready. And Michael, any initial comments you want to offer before you get going? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. It's an opportunity, it's a lifetime opportunity that I will maximize. And also, I would like you to maybe to reduce the size of the presentation so that can be full on
Sure.
screen.
Yeah, he's
right,
going to adjust that here.
So yeah,
There we
Michael,
go.
we're getting this set here, and we've no okay. So hopefully that's good for you. Let's just move on. We're ready to go. Luis, I'm going to drop you down. Michael, you have 99 seconds. Go ahead.
Another beast has fallen. Is it anthrax? No, it is drought that has come again, and a farmer cried. Next. Evidence show the deaths due to animal hunger and also lack of feed that is happening in Zimbabwe. And as much as man is happening, there is lack of knowledge and the sustainability of livestock. Next. Our company is offering a solution that is able to produce feed and also to produce portable machines that are able to help the farmers in rural areas and in arid regions. Next. We are also looking at the benefit that is reduced animal deaths and also empowerment of women and youths. As you can see in Zimbabwe, there are so many youths that are upcoming because it's a development, it's third world country that is developing. Our business model consists of 25% profit on every machine sold and 30% profit on every services that we do due to training young men and women that are in the rural areas. Next. Our target market are smallholder livestock farmers and also commercial farmers. We are currently 0.1% in our market share, but we are projecting 10% in the market share. So our machines will be going through all commercial farmers. Next. Our competitors are Kurima and Droski Investment, whereas National Foods and Profits are our direct competitors. Next. Our competitive advantages, we are in line with Sustainable Development Goals number 8 and 9, and our feed formulations are locally available, and our machines are environmentally friendly. Next.
All right. That's 99 seconds. Michael, thank you so much. And I know it's a little challenge there that unfortunately you're not able to run your own slides, but just, that's a 99 seconds there. We want to jump into questions. So we're going to bring on both Seven and Felix there. We're going to run through some questions. And hey, for the audience, if you have any questions, feel free to type them right in the chat. But Felix, let's go with you first. Did you have any questions for Michael here about the company and what they're pitching here? And you're on mute, so make sure you unmute yourself there. Get you going.
Yes. Thank you so much. I think one of the questions I wanted to ask is in the aspect of someone who plays also in the hardware space is how do you focus on the hardware engineering or the marketing, or do you have the IP of the machine you are selling to leverage? So what's like your leverage point for to move in this business and make sure it's quite sustainable and so also can be something that you can also improve constantly?
Okay, we are an engineering company that specializes in innovation of new and portable machines. Number one. Number two, we also train on new feed formulations. If you can see in Zimbabwe, we are a third world country. We are developing, so we need to utilize the small resources that we have. So then produce the best machines for the marginalized communities in rural areas, and also we then produce the feed that we need to produce for our livestock and for everything that we produce in the rural areas. So we need it to be cheap, and also we need it to be very affordable. So that is what we are looking at, producing machines and also affordable machines that are environmentally friendly, and also the feed to make sure that our livestock are sustained.
Awesome.
Okay,
Great
so
job. And
last question I wanted to just ask is you mentioned that currently your market share is 0.01% and your target is you're targeting 10%. So what exactly are you doing currently now that you think you have to do differently to get to from 0.01% to 10% market share?
Right now, I have relocated to Harare from Bedbridge, a small town, into Harare, a big city where there is volume. Marketing requires a lot of people. So we have recently constructed a workshop in Harare, the capital city of Zimbabwe, where we are producing these machines, and also we are teaching people via social media where we are found and how we produce. Uh, Accredited or feed that has been approved by our standard association of Zimbabwe here, that is palatable for our livestock. And also every city right now, we have got a few engineers that have been impacted through Founders Life, through us, that are going to spread the same message that we don't need to allow our animals to die, while we have got engineers and food technologists that can work with us. So we are spreading the message, and everyone is hearing the message fair and fine through social media and one-on-one, as we also market our products through social media and LinkedIn. Yes.
great, thank you.
Okay.
Seven, did you have a question? We do have a question from the audience, but I want to make sure that you were able to jump in here as well. And you're on mute, so let's make sure that you're unmuted there.
Even I made that mistake, and I never make that mistake. No, it's been really, really good. Felix actually took my last question, so I've got one more quick one for you, which is when you get to that 10% market share, market cap, how much profit do you anticipate? So, in other words, how big do you expect yourself to actually get?
Okay, we are anticipating 3.2 million by 2025, and to achieve this, we are looking for partners to partners with 55,000 with 15% equity, so that part of the funds will go for machinery, and they are scaling the team and also building the market base. So that is what we are looking at so far. So I'm intending to grow the market by becoming very appealing on every platform that we are getting, so that we make it easier for our clients and our customers.
Perfect. Hey, we got one question that we're going to take from the audience here, and why did you choose livestock? What about humans when they experience drought as well? So why livestock at this point in time?
Why livestock? If you go on my second slide, you see, if you can go on the second slide, you see from those two newspapers, 30,000 cattle have been lost due to disease in a certain town called Bedbridge in Zimbabwe. That one is Newsday, 520. If you can calculate that number by $400, you will see it's a huge number, and that is drought power, especially in Zimbabwe. People rely on livestock to send their kids to school. So if you can assist them on that side, then people can have their livelihoods made whole through whatever they are selling to one another. So we need to target their businesses so that they can improve their livelihoods. So your livestock is very important, especially in a developing country like Zimbabwe.
Very good. Michael, thank you so much. Great to hear from you. Great pitch. They're from Zimbabwe, and that's your time. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Good stuff. Okay, so we're going to pull you all off, and we're going to continue forward here, everyone. Here we go. We have our second presenter, and we just moved from one to another. So here we go. We have Blaze Career Tutoring. We've got Joy Lee here, and we're bringing her on screen. Joy Lee, if you can hear me, also share your screen. Make sure that you're walking through those slides, and so you're able to put that together. And everyone, again, with the comments here, look at that. We've got some excitement there for Michael. Feel free to use those comments. Feel free to utilize all of that so you can add value to the experience. And Joy Lee, welcome. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Thanks for having me. Really excited to be here.
Absolutely. And we now have some London, England, representing the Europe continent and region there. Okay, so with that, you have 99 seconds. You have pitched before on the stage. Now this is a virtual one, but are you ready? You have any questions? Are you just ready to rock?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Whenever, go ahead and I'll drop down.
Hello, I'm Jolie, and I'm actually at university right now. And this is me and my boyfriend, Bailey. So one day we were just researching careers when we saw that a shocking 91% of Gen Z feel stressed about their career prospects. And that's a huge number. So for me, I thought I knew what career I wanted. But even at those career events, I was being spoken at when really I wanted a practical activity for me to really experience for myself. Is this the right job for me? I mean, it's really stressful finding the right job, right? Bailey, on the other hand, no idea what career he wanted. Tries to research online and there's an information overload. So either way, we need a tailored solution. This is where Blaze Careers Tutoring comes in, the world's first one-to-one careers tutoring site for Gen Z. Get matched to a fellow Gen Z in your dream firm, dream job, ask all your questions that you want, get coached through the application process, and get line by line feedback. We take 25% commission from every lesson. So far, I've been featured in The Guardian, in BBC Radio, and in 7 national awards for reaching over 3,000 students worldwide. I've worked with Morgan Stanley, and I've run a careers event with 100 paying customers already, even though we're pre-launch and we spent no money so far on the business. So in the end, I coached Bailey one-to-one through the finance application process, and he's now publishing his own research reports. So please help us in transforming lives like Bailey's and mine, and let us relieve that career stress for you and your children through Blaze Careers Tutoring. Thank you.
Yeah, great job. Great job. And we're going to bring on 7 here for you. Amazing stuff. Great job. And your city leader there from London, there's 7, and he's going to have the first question for you.
Yeah, Jolie, it's amazing to see how much you progressed since you pitched with us literally just a few months ago. So that's really, really exciting to see. My question for you at the moment is, how does your business model work? How are you making money? Because you mentioned you take a 25% commission off of every lesson, but then who's being paid for that lesson? Or sorry, who is paying for that lesson?
Yep. So at the moment, we have our students paying one-to-one. So the student basically operates as if it's a normal online tutoring service where the student will pay before the lesson and the tutor will get a certain amount and will get 25% commission. So right now we are just charging the students, but obviously in the future, we are looking to perhaps partner with universities, disadvantaged schools, sort of to get them to pay in bulk packages, meaning that their students individually don't have to pay, say if they are economically disadvantaged.
Yeah, and you mentioned you've got your trial, or you ran your trial with 100 paying students. Do you have any more detailed stats that came out of that? Anything that taught you that you've reflected on?
Yeah, I think that the main thing that I've learned is not only having that tailored aspect. At first, I was very focused on that, because there's nothing like this right now, right? There's no tailored career service one-to-one. But I feel like that is one side of it. You also need the group side, just like an event like this, right? You speak to people who are equally as passionate about something as you are, and you sort of get to know your peers and your group. So I've definitely learned that I definitely want more community events. So yeah, that's something, a key takeaway that I've had.
Yeah, I've got a question around and I'm not sure if you addressed this exactly in the pitch because I had some things going on, but talk about the availability even internationally. Is this only available in London, in even in the UK, or are we looking at things that could be across even the African continent or even in North America?
Yeah, definitely. So obviously at the moment we're pre-launch, so we're just trialing in London where I live. But we have opportunities to grow worldwide. I think we've already had a few international students join us from both China and the US actually. So yeah, we've already got potential for growth. We just need to sort of obviously keep going with our trials, see what works, and keep expanding and get to know the recruitment processes across the world.
Awesome. Seven, quick question there, or I do have one more, but I want you to be able to, take this question.
Yeah, I have one more quick question for you, which is around the marketing side of things, right? So you conducted your trial now, you've got your plans in place. What if is in that plan for how you then start to market yourself next to your next batch of users?
So how we sort of market ourselves
How you
in our
market yourselves,
future.
yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'd say sort of two things. The first thing is how we brand ourselves as basically an entire Gen Z firm in terms of, our tutors are Gen Z, our students are Gen Z, the founder, myself, I am Gen Z. So we understand our target users' pain points inside out. That's the first thing. And then the second thing I'd say is going forward, right now I've just been using LinkedIn, my inner networks, using the fact I'm at university to really, reach out to societies. It's a great way to grow. I'm literally right here on campus. But growing from that, I definitely think having representatives globally who are also, say, at university, building that Gen Z kind of vibe that we have, and sort of making sure everyone spreads the word. I think it's very effective to spread through word of mouth rather than, say, just reading something. I found that that's been the main way we've actually grown so far.
Well, perfect. Great job, Joylee. And Blaze Careers Tutoring. This is so cool. And congratulations on the pitch, making it this far.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Seven. Always great. All right. We are continuing forward. We have our next founder here. And guess what, everyone? We have got Sports Reels. We're now jumping down to Lagos, Nigeria, and we have our founder here, and so ready to go. And oh, hello, how are you? And you're on mute as well, so let's make sure that you're unmuting, and we got you there. All right.
Hi.
Hello.
Okay. Very nice to meet you. My name is
Nice
Ugochi.
to meet you. Nice to meet you. And rather than trying to remember and how to pronounce your name, please pronounce your name for us so we get it.
Ugochinyere. Well, you can call me Ugochi.
Okay, Ugochi, and coming all the way from Lagos, Nigeria. This is so great here. And Sports Reels, this is exciting. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So you know the drill. It's 99 seconds. You start, and we will drop right off here.
All right. Hello, everyone. So my name is Ugochi, and I'm going to be pitching Sports Reels. So before I start, I'm going to literally be telling you a little story. So I once knew this girl who wanted to go pro, and she sent her videos out to the NCAA. And then she got responded that, she had the most terrible video ever. So basically, she never went pro. She wanted to play basketball. I know this because that was me, right? So basically, the problem we're trying to solve is the verifiable data-driven sports content in the sports industry. So today, you can literally not find any AI-driven content on sports. So basically, we are creating a social media platform that is AI-driven to help underserved athletes share and create their sports content, which is data-backed, to be able to share this with their target audience. So one of the problems we're also facing is the fact that, you cannot send verified data-driven content to your scouts or your fans. Literally, nobody knows how good you are playing in the amateur league. Coming to the professional league is harder. So we created a platform to give sports enthusiasts, athletes, underserved athletes, to be precise, grassroots athletes from developing countries, a way to show off their data-backed content. So aside from, going to play professionally, you can decide to play in the amateur league, but you have your data, your verifiable data. we can be able to help you develop your content. So because on the platform there is a performance guide which is AI backed, so we have a test in which puts you as a rookie, a beginner, or an amateur, or a professional, whatever you might be in the industry. So basically,
Okay, we are at time.
yes.
Yeah, it's a lot to
That
get
went
in,
really
isn't it?
fast.
But good work. Yeah. Um, we have, yes, please ask your questions in the chat, whether in LinkedIn, Bubble, or YouTube. Ask your question in the chat and we'll bring it to Ugo. So thank you, Ugochi, excuse me. That's what
Yes,
you were
that's
saying.
fine.
Yes. So great pitch. Felix, let's have you ask your first question and we'll get the questions underway.
Okay, great one, Ugochi. I think one of the questions I wanted to ask is, I know you didn't get there, but how do you actually make money? Looking at it.
Okay, so making money. We have a business model, a subscription business model, where these athletes get to pay a subscription of about $40, depending if they want to have the performance guide. That's the total package, that's the premium plus. But if you just want to have, to be able to take recordings of your videos, AI driven videos, you can just pay $25 and you will have that taken. We also have a subscription model for the scouts who will be coming on to check for this data driven videos of this athlete. So because we are across all types of sports, so we have $100 for 1 to 3 agents who will want to sign up on the platform and discover sports athletes across all different types of sports. So that's basically how we make some money.
Awesome.
Okay, so I think, yeah, you keep mentioning data driven, and I don't know. Can you just break it a little bit down for us to know what?
Okay,
how
so
that data
currently we
driven-
live in a data-backed world. So every single thing we do is data-driven. For instance, this is a data-driven platform because we have a lot of founders, right, who are looking to meet with investors. So that's data. The founders are a data set. So in the sports industry, you need data-driven content to be able to give your informed decisions on whether the athlete is professional or not, if he is capable of playing in the league you want to put him in or not. So basically today we see a lot of not so great sport athletes actually participating in professional leagues. So to be able to checkmate that data, we need AI to be able to checkmate that. So when you are able to actually follow the statistics of your athletes or your scouts, you can literally follow their data. Okay, say last year you were having a bandwidth of 1.5. This year you're having a bandwidth of 3.5. So you've grown, your play has grown, you've developed, your performance has grown over time. So that's data driven content. So once you're able to share this data driven content with your scouts, that way they'll be able to track your progress and know when to make informed decisions if to have you in their teams or not. So that's basically what data backs content does, and that's why data.
Wow, that is
Okay.
that's impressive.
So
So what is the
we
AI?
are currently available in Africa. We are in Nigeria. We're in Rwanda. We are coming to SA. We are in talks with Ethiopia. So currently we're in about 4 countries. We're trying to spread out. We're looking at going to Ghana by the beginning of next year. So we're trying to spread out, we just got into the IOC as well. We're trying to tinker into that. So it's, we're going global. We're going global.
Awesome. I'm going to bring up a question from the audience. I think you may have addressed this in part, but let's just talk to it specifically. Can you see that?
So,
yeah. Do you get profit? You actually get profit through subscriptions?
Yes, definitely, because you have a lot of athletes. I'm sure everyone here knows someone who's an athlete or wants to go pro, so we have people, since this is also offering development and not just promotion, you have people who want to get developed. So the first thing you do is to take the performance test. Now we have the AI-backed performance test that lets you to know where exactly you are in your sports journey. So for some people, you might think you're a professional, but not really. You're actually a rookie. So, the app, actually helps you to track your progress over time. So the profit we make on subscriptions is what is used to retrain this AI in different sports. So because we are sports reels, we are cut across a number of sports, every sport. We're even going to go into esports eventually. So, it's a
Awesome.
whole thing. Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for the Q&A.
you.
We are appreciative of your pitch.
Thank you.
Next up, thank you, and stick around for the voting and the results. Next up, we have Fernando Manuel Pinto from Madrid, Spain. We're going to bring you on stage, and you're going to present your startup, TucanPay. All right. One second here. There you are.
Hi, good evening. Could you see me?
I can see you. You're currently, there you go. Welcome to the stage. Are you ready to pitch?
Yes, I'm ready. Thank you for the space.
You're welcome. All right, start whenever you're ready, and you've got 99 seconds.
Awesome. If you want, I'm ready. Thank you. My name is Fernando Pinto. I am the CEO of TucanPay. More than money transfer, we connect people. 100 of Latin American residents and students in Europe send money monthly between Spain and Latin America. And companies like Western Union and others apply fake exchange rate between foreign exchange, collecting an undercover commission until 10% of all the remittances. TucanPay is the first money transfer community around the world who use a platform peer-to-peer. Our solution is secure, free, and faster. TucanPay is pioneer offering wallets in euros and Latin currencies in the same place. About the market, just in 2019, more than 4,000 students arrived from Latin America in Spain, and about residents from Latin America are more than 1 million in 2021. About the market, just in Spain and Latin, they send more than $70,000 million in those countries. We have a business model validated. We send more than 200,000 euros between those countries. And we have a business model like freemium. We say like we are like the Spotify of money transfer. We have the team, and like we always say, we send more than 200 euros between Spain and Colombia. And we have more than 300 registered users. All of this without the license, and only using WhatsApp and social media. Could you imagine what we will do when we have ready the technology? Thank you.
All right. Congratulations. Good job. Good job. And we're bringing 7 up here. We're going to do some questions here. Fernando, great job there in Madrid. And so my first question, and we're going to take questions from the audience as well. We'll get one there from 7, at least one there from 7. But so this is, there's a number of different money transfers out there, and especially even there's a number of them even from the United States. But how do you compare in terms of the global competition around remittance and money transfers? Just talk a little bit about that specifically.
Sure. Well, we are a money transfer company, but we are focused in a niche, in the niche like students. So our difference is like we are focusing just in this case of like students. They have a lot of market in all of the country, and we think this is a niche that nobody thinking about what the students are overseas to improve their studies. But this is a good market that we are just focusing at the difference in another's remittances company.
Very good. 7, you got let's go to the question there, and then we'll take a question from the audience.
Yeah, well, it was great to hear the pitch. And there is definitely a need for this kind of thing because we see quite a bit of it, even here in the UK, we see quite a bit of solutions like this, because there are a lot of people in the UK who want to send money home to their families in South Asia or in various parts of Africa. So I'm used to seeing this. My question for you, kind of off the back of Nick's question, is how are you going to reach those students, right? Your marketing and actually growing a big enough base of users to be profitable is going to be pretty difficult, or at least it might sound difficult. Maybe it's not. So you tell us, how are you going to reach enough users to make this profitable?
Thanks. That is a good question. And we are focusing at universities, but we are focusing of all those students when they are in Latin America. We are trying to get those students when they are in those countries. So when they arrive here in Europe, we can offer accounts or events or some things like that. We are like you say, a company from England, like Wise, like a company, but we are focusing just in Latin American, and we are offering a product for students for all Latin American when they are in Latin American. That is our difference. It's like complete solution. Not only offering a bank account here, we are offering all the products. You can pay, you can get bring your money from your country. You can transfer here. You can pay subscriptions. It's like all your solution completely for students.
Awesome. So now we'll take this question that was asked. What stage of life would you say, what stage and phase you're in? And then how does that affect basically what do you need? What do you need most, maybe from the community, from this experience, or, so what stage and what do you need?
Well, or difficult here in this stage is the regulations. In Europe, we have a lot of regulations for that kind of solution. And we are trying to solve the regulations from Europe or here from Spain. With that regulation, if we had solution, we can offer TucanPay in all Europe. But we are right now resolving that kind of problem. When you work with money, you have the problem of regulation in all countries.
Yeah, got it. Seven, any last quick questions that you want to throw down? We got a little more time for just a little quick one.
Just wanted to check one thing. The way you make your profit is usually with these kinds of business models in the transactions, right? So are students being charged at any point for these transactions? And the reason I ask is because a lot of students won't want to spend money on, well, they want to spend as little money as possible. So where are you making your money, and are students the ones who are paying for it?
Yeah. Like I said, we are the Spotify of money transfer. We have a different ways of profit. For example, we have a subscription. It's like a premium for students that when you can change your money with a Google rate exchange, and you have account for students. And if you are not a student, you can send money, and you will pay for the transaction, only for the transaction. So we have different ways to get the profit. So that's it. Could be the answer.
All right. Thank you so much. Great pitch. TucanPay there from Madrid, Spain. Fernando, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for the space.
Yes. All right. Pulling you both off. Well, here we go. Our last presenter. This is great. We have our last presenter, All Diamonds Risk Solutions. And we're coming then from Johannesburg, South Africa. We're so excited to have our last presenter here, and we're making sure that if you can share your slides, I know we're going to get those here soon. But we have Promise here, and thank you for joining us there from South Africa. Welcome. How are you? Awesome. You're on mute, so go ahead and unmute yourself so we can hear you there. Yeah. Oh, we can't hear you. Yeah, there's something going on there. We cannot hear you, unfortunately. All right. So as he gets that figured out, I'm going to bring up Luis here, and we are going to make sure that we can get his audio figured out. Let's see. Can we hear you there?
You may just need to click your settings button in that StreamYard toolbar and make sure that the microphone is selected. Sometimes there's multiple options. By the way, everyone, we are so glad to have Diamond Risk Solutions presenting today. There was a possibility they may not be able to make it, but it looks like, well, let's see. We'll see if we can hear him.
Okay,
but
let's see if it can happen. But we're gonna see if this works, and but if not, we're gonna unfortunately have to move on at some point. But we'll see if we can get this going. Hopefully, we can hear him and see the slides. We know that it took an extra effort to travel to just was in transit and then able to get here, but we do not have all day. So Luis, as we move into things, what are your thoughts here? We want to hang on here, but we have just a few more minutes.
Yeah, we're trying to create a little more time for you here. You know what? Great presentation so far. I think we have some strong founders to choose from, and hopefully we'll have one more here. I know he's got to be just pressing buttons to make this thing go. Yes. Do we have something? Oh no, that's just you, Nick.
We're hanging on here, and I just wanted to, kind of just review here, just the awesome companies that we have, or in the countries that are represented, and being able to see that and see that we have, 5, and oh, hey, by the way,
amazing, isn't it?
And, then United States is not even on there because we're not, but we're here as representing the USA. And then we've got these 5 great countries there. And so, are we able to, well, we got some slides. So, we're going to drop down, and we got his slides, but can we hear you? Is the question there.
We still can't. You're this close.
We're this close, everyone. Well, unfortunately, we're gonna give it one more minute, but we got to move on. And I know that you're all sitting there as well. And it's unfortunate, but we can't sit here for half an hour and try to tweak things on the computer here. So can we? We'll try one more time. Can we hear you? Can you hear us? And can we hear you? He can hear us, but unfortunately we can't hear you. I don't know what to say. And this really breaks my heart to just have to move on. Everyone, we will say that, they are still listed. All Diamond Risk Solutions are listed in the voting. So we're going to allow that obviously to be there, and hey, click your support if you want to. But unfortunately, we're not getting the audio here, and we just need to move on. Mm-hmm. So I just, Luis, I don't know what to say, man. What do you?
It's tough, every once in a while there's technical difficulties. We just got to roll with it. Sometimes it's not your time. You know what? If you don't have a Founders Live City near you, if you don't have an opportunity to pitch online or in a physical location, we actually have a solution for that. We didn't before this season, but we came up with an answer. That was the Primetime Pitch Challenge. It's already finished for Primetime, but I think that we may be doing this again sometime before the next Primetime. So there's always a chance for you as a founder to get your message in front of people through Founders Live. So stay tuned. If you do want to pitch, founderslive.com/pitch. Anybody who's got an actual business can apply to pitch in a city. And if you're not near a city, maybe you want to open a city yourself, founderslive.com/lead. And then watch for that pitch competition online capability coming sometime before next Primetime, most likely.
Okay, everyone. Well, unfortunately, again, just the technical difficulties, we have to move forward with them, and it's it's too bad, but we still have the voting here. We've got the 5 companies. Of course, all Diamond Risk Solutions is still there, and we obviously respect them and having them still in the voting. But we're going to take a few minutes here, and it's time to vote. And you can scan that code. We have also the link we're going to drop in the chat as well. It's a link. This takes you to a voting page, and you're able there to be able to walk through and vote. It takes very short time. It's easy. It's quick. And you can walk through that. So we're going to take a few minutes here, and we're going to bring up Felix here and Seven, and we're going to review this, and we're going to take some time to vote. And guys, unfortunately, we're seeing the tech. Sometimes the tech gods aren't blessing everyone, but thanks for being here as well. And what are your thoughts on those pitches? Let's just kind of review. Just even the not easy to step up on stage. You both have run events before. So, I guess your quick thoughts on the pitches today.
Happy to jump in first. Wow, really, 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 really interesting. Being used to running these events in person, we all got used to this over COVID, and now we're at a mix in between where you can kind of do both. And what I love to see today is, I guess, 2 things. Is number one is people throwing themselves in, like we described at the beginning. I love to see all these founders jump in. Most of them, as far as I know, pitching in person and online are 2 different things. So there's a variety of skills there. So that was fun to see. But what I really love about the tech space and tech entrepreneurship space is that it's super diverse, different industries, different people from different backgrounds. I love how we've been able to come together around kind of this concept and also this industry, the tech industry, and regardless of what tech industry you're in, to make something that really works. So that was just really, really exciting and inspiring to see. And I'm really encouraged that despite how much difficulty that the overall tech industry is having right now, we've got ideas like these and founders like these all over the world, that we're going to see some really cool things coming out of this. So I'm excited to see who wins the vote.
Great. Thank you, Seven. Yeah, it's just awesome. And, just huge props to founders to even step on stage, whether it's physically or virtually like this. I mean, and it's what it's about. This is why we do Founders Live. We give experiences and opportunities for people to share their vision. And, hey, I will say this, that a lot of incredible stories coming out of Founders Live have not even been the winners. And that's the amazing thing, right? It's just what it is. But it's cool to see a lot of these companies go on, they grow, they raise funding, and some of them won, and a lot of them actually didn't win their event, whether it was like a city event or primetime. Felix, some real quick thoughts here before we jump into the results.
Yes, so it's another great pitching section. It's really great for people, and it's quite unfortunate that we couldn't have last person pitch, but it's really kind of really emphasizes that need that entrepreneurs are fixes market friction. Trying to solve people's needs, trying to see beyond what other people. A lot of people see problems and they complain, but entrepreneurs see problem and they find a way to solve those problems. Not just solving it for themselves, but solving it for the community and even to the global stage. So that's why we're even here in the first place. So it's really that it emphasizes and reinforces that need for us to keep going and get a little bit less selfish, to be more of that impact and self-sacrifice, and to really make the world a better place. So it's really great to part of this.
So good, Luis. Just in terms of what you're seeing here, and again, we unifying all. This is an English-speaking event. Maybe English is not the #1 main language in some of these people's countries, and so what are your thoughts on people stepping up and maybe using a language that they're not used to fully speaking?
Yeah, it's pretty impressive. It's hard enough just to do a presentation and feel good about it and have that ease of delivery in your own language, and adapting to a second language is another feat. So I'm very impressed with everybody who doesn't have English as a primary language. Stepping on our stage, that just reinforces what Seven was saying about the diversity of presenters and ideas and industries and locations. And it's just cool that we can all come together here. I also really especially enjoyed again, kind of related to what Seven was saying, there's an optimism regardless of what is going on in the tech industry or any other. Like, we have someone here presenting with a solution to a drought, a devastating drought that affects livestock, it affects humans directly, its economy, its survival. We have people coming up with solutions to things like that, and there's just an inherent optimism in the innovation and in the realm of possibility that we all exist in Founders Live, and I think it adds an extra element of purpose to what we're doing here. So it's I really enjoy that.
It does. And I just want to provide a quick thought before we have one more minute to vote, and the numbers.
By the way, the voting is tight, so your votes do matter. Please vote at the links in the chat.
They're coming in, and we're about to show that, but it just is. We saw this with the pitch challenge, right? There's so many incremental aspects of this to the value, just choosing to embrace it and choosing the challenge, of this pitch. Secondly, putting in the time and effort to prepare and actually, what do I put in here? What do I keep out? How do I go through this? Founders, all of this is so important to you all as you develop and grow as your company and as a founder. And then actually stepping up and doing this and all of that is just, you learn and you go. And of course, there's the competition, and then there's some prizes and whatnot. So all of this is just, the value chain is tremendously valuable and impactful for the founders. But we have some results, everyone. How are we feeling about all of this? Are we ready?
Let's hear the winner.
Do we want to show results, or do we want to just share the winner? What do you think?
That's up to you, boss. We never show results just because we place. Everybody's a winner here at Founders Live, but there can only be one person that gets the most votes.
Yeah, we generally don't show the results. That's just kind of a thing. But we do believe that because it is. This is the prime time. There is a winning prize on there. We're going to show the results. And hey, everyone. So the voting is now stopped. There is a winner. You might see numbers shift and change because it's a real-time measurement. But we are so excited to announce that TucanPay is the winner today from Madrid, Spain. So our winner, TucanPay, we got Fernando there, and we're going to bring him back on stage. But this is our winner. So amazing there. So Fernando, we've got you back on stage. Congratulations so much. And let's see, we got to make some space for you here, and we're going to bring you up. That's so cool. Congratulations. Make sure you're unmuted. There you are. What's up?
Thank you guys. Well, I am so excited to be here. I am so glad to win this competition. I am cold just with the end of competition, but thank you for all the people that believe in us, and thank you. We are the winners, and we want more, so we will fight.
Oh, great. And again, just singing the praises of everyone here. Your peers were great, and it's a cool and it's amazing to be a part of even this group as well. But real quick, we always like to get the thoughts from what would you say very quickly, the origin, why create TucanPay? Where did this come from?
Well, this is a real problem that I lived when I came to Spain to study, with all my partners of Master when we came to Spain from Latin American countries. We had the problem when we want to pay I don't know, the college or some things with our currencies. We all the times we lost money changing to euros or something like that. So we find that problem and we start to working on it, and in that way born TucanPay.
Awesome. Seven, any quick questions here before we are done? This is always a chance to spend a little more time with the winner.
Yeah, I'd love to know what your next steps are, right? So I guess number one, what your next steps are now that you've won this, but number two, your next steps if you win the 10K at the end of the competition. Where are you going next, and what are you going to do with it?
Thanks. So our next step is receive the solution of Bank Spain for our resolution. We want to have a payment license for operating all Europe. When we have that, we will to operate in all Europe, and we are going to make the launch. So this is our big next step. And if we won the big prize of Founder Life, we are going to pay to some providers, technological providers, to complete our platform. So that is our next step in this case.
So great. Okay, so Fernando, incredible job, and congratulations again. You have one more step, and that's Saturday at the same time of day. Okay, so just be prepared for that. Same time of day, and it's going to be great. We'll see you all at the global finals, and so excited. So we're going to pull you down, but stay in the room for a second here, and so excited to have you. Congratulations again, and
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Yeah, here we are. So okay. We're going to bring up the Felix there. And so, all right, everyone, we are coming to a close of this show. But you know what? We have a time to jump into a room to socialize if you all want. And you'll see that the address there, and it's basically it's a quick place. Easy to pull up the webpage, if bubble.founderslive.com, and it's basic. We're going to do some networking. It's a little space. It's a cool room. When you go in there, you're actually going to go into the bar lounge. And so it's a pretty simple place to jump into. You can chat. That means we all can be on camera. So we can all say hi. And anyone that's watching here, if you want to go in and, if the presenters are in there, and myself and Luis will be in there, but we can all just hang out and chat for a little while. Totally open to you all. So I think we've got that link in the chat. Yep, we've dropped that in the chat. So anyone want to do that, feel free to hang out and socialize and turn on your camera and chat a little bit. So thank you all. And Luis, any closing thoughts here?
Yes, great job to all the founders. Thank you all for presenting. We will see TucanPay on Saturday in the global finals representing Africa and Europe. And stick around for another great Primetime Academy and a Primetime Talks sessions later today. We have something coming up at noon Pacific, I believe. Let me double check that time. But gosh, we have so many things going on. It's hard to keep the time straight. That is 11 o'clock Pacific, 1900 UTC. That is our next thing. And then tomorrow, Primetime North America region competition. This gets one more finalist. And then Friday, we have the Challenger region for our, North America, we're going to be pulling 2 finalists for the global finals. And Challenger region will bring one more, and that will complete the 5 who will compete on Saturday. So, Nick, what a great set of pitches, and we've just got more to come. Everybody, we'll see you in the bar lounge after. I want to also thank Seven and Felix for being here. You're all stars. You do a great job as leading your cities and in your regions. Shining examples. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. So cool. So cool. Thank you. And congratulations again to all the presenters today, showcasing you all. And congratulations to TucanPay. Please join us in the bubble if you can. We're heading there right now. You'll see that link. Jump in there, go to the bar lounge. And for all, that is it for today. Thank you so much. Enjoy, everyone. All right.